Should you be worried about GTA 6? That is a question, that is concern that some people actually have, mainly because of the fact that Dan Houser, one of the main guys behind Rockstar and GTA, he left the company a few years ago. Now, me personally, after watching Trailer 1, all my worries went away. The game looks phenomenal in Trailer 1, so I'm not particularly worried. But if you are worried, in this video, I'm going to share why you shouldn't be. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in. Now, this is mainly coming from this guy's Twitter. Obe Vermeij, he was a guy we've been talking about over the last few weeks. He worked at Rockstar, I believe, for like 10, 15 years or something like that. He left after GTA 4. So, yes, it's been a while since he's been there, but he obviously knows the people at Rockstar. He knows how they work, what happens behind the scenes and all that. He says 80% of the people that he worked with on GTA 4 are still working at Rockstar North. And the bottom part of this picture, you can see, are some of the main guys that actually are still there. The biggest one, in my opinion, is Sam Houser, Dan Houser's brother. So for whatever reason, Dan left, but Sam remained. He is the president of Rockstar Games. He is, the main guy. Like, basically, every single Rockstar title, he was the guy behind it. So the fact that he's still there is honestly the biggest thing. It's like, okay, we don't need to worry. The main guy that has made all of these amazing games is still there. The other two people are, we have Aaron Garbett and Rob Nelson. Aaron is the art director since GTA 3. He's also the co-studio head at Rockstar North, and he is directing GTA 6. And then Rob Nelson, he was the director of RDR 2, which is a phenomenal game. He is also directing GTA 6. So, as we're seeing, the game is in safe hands. Now, I also want to mention that Rockstar is a massive studio. So yes, some of the, top guys, which we'll get to in a second, did leave, but the game is still made by, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of employees. They have 10 plus studios working on this game. GTA is almost at a point where it's too big to fail. So it's not like, one or two people leaving is really cause for concern. Now, the three main people that left that I think a lot of people are, maybe a little bit worried about, obviously Dan Houser is one of them. Laszlo is another. And then also Leslie Benzies, who left actually about 10 years ago by this point. I want to start with Dan. And this could be a hot take, but Dan obviously was one of the main writers behind the GTA games. The GTA games never really had the best writing, as far as the stories and stuff go. So I don't think it's that bad that he left. Maybe that's a hot take, but I think there are definitely better writers out there. And as far as the writing goes, the people, some of the people who worked on RDR 2's story are still at Rockstar and still are working on GTA 6. And RDR 2's story was phenomenal. So I think the writing is in safe hands. Now, in my opinion, honestly, one of the biggest people that left Rockstar was actually Laszlo. And I feel like some of his contributions went under the radar. But from what I read, Laszlo was one of the main guys behind a lot of the jokes in the series, a lot of the satire, which is definitely going to be missed. Obviously, he was also a big part of the radio stations and all the comedy involving that. That is probably a little bit harder to replace, but like I mentioned, I think at this point, GTA is almost too big that the people working on the game now, they know what to expect. They know what they need to put on the radio and have, all these jokes and stuff. So I think while Laszlo might be, in my opinion, the biggest loss, it's not, some impossible thing they can't get over. The other one, Leslie Benzies, who left again 10 years ago. I think he was one of the big visionaries behind games. I think actually back in the day, he was one of the big proponents of GTA Online. He wanted everything to go online. And so maybe it's actually a good thing he left because they're obviously focusing on single player a lot more now. But again, he left 10 years ago. RDR 2 came out after he left. RDR 2 was a amazing game. So it's, again, not a crazy big loss, at least in my opinion. Now, I did mention jokes and all that and the satire. I think this is maybe the one part that it could get toned down a bit in GTA 6. I mean, the one thing I think a lot of people liked about GTA was that it made fun of everyone. No matter what you believed in or what you did, you got made fun of. Like, you were a part of some sort of offensive joke. Hopefully that doesn't get toned down too much. The only thing I will say, I want to bring up this article from, I believe 2 years ago, when Rockstar put out the PS5 edition of GTA 5. They edited out some of the transphobic content from the game. Now, that's, I guess, maybe a little bit a cause for concern. Like, how much will they go in appealing certain, groups of people? But I will also say, can anyone even name me what the content they took out was? It obviously wasn't, big or game breaking or anything along those lines. So is it that bad? I don't necessarily think so, but maybe that is the only cause for concern. But as far as the other stuff, like the game, the writing, all of that, I think everything is good to go. Maybe GTA 7, when that comes out, we'll have to revisit this conversation. But GTA 6, I think it's going to be fine. And again, if you haven't watched trailer 1, if you watched trailer 1 and thought to yourself, man, this game is in trouble, I don't know what to tell you, because the game looks awesome just from that alone. Hopefully you get more, obviously, in trailer 2 in, a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. But until then, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Are you worried at all about GTA 6? Thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA 6 content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.